Hello and welcome to that Double D team. I'm D.
I'm DIGA.
And we've also got today featured.
If you don't know, you should know. It's your boy JD.
Check out his YouTube channel, JD Virtue, or trader reactions and videos on there. Now, today's episode is a team challenge with a WWE theme. We've all chosen a 5-man Survivor Series team featuring wrestlers from past and present to see who's got the best and fantasy pick. Bit of fantasy warfare team challenge between the lads. So, first up, Diggs, take it away.
All right. My number one childhood wrestling legend to me, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Best there is, best there was, best there ever will be.
Legend.
Yeah.
You got a lot of haters on him. But yeah, but, to me growing up, man, he was the truth, man,
Truth.
Come on, that leather jacket, the shades on. Just,
Get the little shades to the kid in the crowd,
shades to the youth.
get the cheers, but he could also wrestle.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he was a real good wrestler.
Yeah.
Technical wise, that one of the best ever. So his saying the best there is and best there was, that holds like some truth to it.
Oh, especially early 90s.
Yeah, definitely.
And for anyone with younger brothers or nephews, then I'm sure you tried the sharpshooter out a good few times in your childhood.
Definitely. That was
Oh, yeah.
a moving choice. Yeah, that's my number one. Number two, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
What?
Growing up, late 90s, the Attitude Era.
What?
Exactly. Exactly. Like he was the man. He'd come in the ring and stun like 30 people.
Yeah.
Someone throw him a beer, he'll catch it, crack on with it.
Waste most of it anyway, but get about 20% into his mouth.
Yeah, but he was the man.
Especially the Attitude Era.
Yeah,
like
he was like the pioneer.
His beef
Pioneer,
with
the Attitude
Vince
Era.
McMahon.
Everyone was liable to get it. Man, woman, child. He would stun you.
Like birthed at King of the Ring, wasn't it? I think 96 maybe.
96.
Yeah, with a
Jake the
promo
Snake.
about Jake the Snake, because he was a religious guy, so we got a promo and said 316, and that's how he was born, and no looking back.
That rivalry with Vince McMahon as well, which pretty much like ignited the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
Because like it started
ignited it.
It started from way back in, it was like mostly in 99, but like it started from way back in like 97, 98 when it first
Obviously you had the Monday Night Wars with Nitro and everything, but then the DX invasion.
Like late 97, early 98, that's when the Attitude Era began.
Yeah.
I remember I had the video game, WWF Warzone.
Yeah, I had that on the PlayStation.
Yeah, PlayStation. Crazy.
It was all about WrestleMania 2000, No Mercy, and WCW Revenge.
No Mercy was the one for me.
Yeah,
Revenge. That was
levels.
That was the shit back in the day.
Creating your characters and that, man, just putting all that effort into like every single move
just
and all that
detail and all that.
So much detail in my one, yo.
Oh yeah,
it was sick.
Selective moves there.
Yeah. My number three. Take it out to the ECW with this one. New Jack.
Hardcore.
New
Jack.
New Jack. He was crazy.
Yeah.
I really think about it. He was crazy. I've seen clips of him. Like a guy must have punched him a little too real, as they say. Like he pulled out a knife and started stabbing the guy. Stabbed him like 7-8 times. Like it's actual footage. So yeah, New Jack. He was.
I'm not too up on New Jack and that, but the videos, the clips that you've seen there, that are probably around here somewhere.
Yeah,
like,
I only know him through clips as well. So like, I've seen that in his matches.
He was crazy. Like
definitely ECW ledge.
When I got into ECW, he was the man they was talking about. There was a couple others like fucking Sandman and Tommy Dreamer and all that.
Funk.
Just incredible.
Yeah.
But New Jack, he was the crazy one.
Mad dog.
Number 4, staying on the ECW route, my man Sabu.
He was a proper like this.
Yeah, he was
originator.
Yeah,
crazy man.
He will jump off of anything and
Yo, I heard like he used to like crazy glue his wounds shut as well.
Yeah,
like he staples and all that kind of stuff, man. Like the scars he's got in his body as well, man.
That's proper hardcore.
I remember when he broke his jaw.
Get a staple in it and carry on.
And he just basically threw like duct tape on his jaw and threw a bandage around it, and he just kept wrestling. And that's when he was tag team with Rob Van Dam. Like I thought those two were the best ECW tag team, besides the Dudley Boys. you know, and Spike
Yeah,
Dudley,
those
he
are
was
boys.
another
Devon.
wild
the
one.
table.
You know, but yeah, that was my number 4. But number 5, my fifth choice, Mankind. He,
Mick Foley.
you know, the hardcore king.
Cactus Jack. Dude love.
You know, he's that guy.
Them death matches that you used to have with Terry Funk.
Yeah.
Barbed wire matches.
The one that
Yeah.
we lost his
Clay
Yeah,
mines.
with
That's
the bomb
his
blew
name.
up.
His
The
and
ropes
ears.
was all barbed wire and all that. Don't forget, what was it? 1997, King of the Ring.
The Reed Outlaws.
No,
Hell in a Cell.
Hell in the Cell.
Yeah.
Undertaker and Mankind.
Yeah, threw him off.
1997,
Threw him off.
King of the Ring.
Yeah.
Like, he just threw him off the side and just flew off.
Through the
Boom.
table as well.
Then the choke slam threw it
The
onto the
choke slam
taps down below, and the other one.
His body snapped, basically, and then he power bombed him, tombstone, all types of shit. Like, his body just took all types of damage, man. It was
When I was
incredible.
saying the
Growing
Reed
up,
Outlaws, though, I was thinking at the time, was it him and Terry Funk? They got put in the
dumpster.
dumpster.
And
Yeah.
put him
Pushed
off the
off the
stage.
stage.
on stage, yeah, that was crazy.
Well, oh, you didn't know?
Yeah, that was crazy.
You better
Yeah.
call somebody. Call
911 paramedics. You got a call.
Yeah. But,
Jeez.
growing up, watching like wrestling in the Attitude Era, man, that was the best. Like me, my cousins, my
same.
grandmother, my dad, uncles, we all just sit around and just watch it. Like that was best times right there.
Obviously, like early days, like Hogan,
Oh
Warrior,
yeah, those were
Macho
good
Man,
days
like got
too.
me into
Way
it, and
back-
it was
yeah,
fun.
as I got
Like,
older and all that.
yeah,
like,
the Attitude Era was just.
that was it for
It's
me.
when it went above PG, like PG 13 and stuff in
Had
it.
Sable
Oh,
showing
it's
titties
not
and all that.
Yeah.
Jerry the King Lawler going sick.
Puppies!
Yeah, puppies. Yeah, man.
Yo, yeah, like it used to be, man. Well,
Definitely.
Yeah, man.
That's my 5 right there.
It's a
Alright.
good pick. It's a good pick. JD.
Okay, so first off, well, like you said, the other half of that great ECW team was Sabu.
Sabu, yeah.
The whole effing show, Raw,
Van Dam.
Yeah, he's the man.
Yo,
RVD.
yeah, man. Like I thought of this as my team was like, who would I pick to go against these guys in like actual main event pay per view? So I think tactically on it. So RVD, his style, he can like high flyer plus martial arts.
You know what?
He's-
When I first seen him, I was thinking, what the fuck is
Jean-Claude
Jean-Claude
Van
Van
Damme.
Jean-Claude
Yeah.
Van Damme.
in wrestling?
I think that's how he got his name, innit? Because like,
Probably a
he's
big
so
fan
much like
the
him.
Van Dam part,
Yeah,
but
so much like him.
versatile. Yeah.
But yeah, and
That's
so he's battle proven in like ECW, so he got his hardcore matches, so he can take a beating.
Can properly wrestle.
Yeah,
Won titles.
First man to hold both the ECW title and WWE title at the same time
Yeah,
when he beat that
that's a big
fucking dickhead John Cena at one night stand. Yeah, man. So
Yeah.
and like that was like one of the best matches done because of the crowd. They were so fucking just on Cena. Oh.
Yeah. Good.
I can see a clip,
Good.
man, just like a post it in there, but yeah, so that's my first pick, RVD. Sticking with I go for Kurt Angle, actually, on this one. Not the Kurt Angle from when he first came, but the Kurt Angle, the ball Kurt Angle.
The Olympic
When he
hero.
started going
No,
sick and
there's no
snapping
three
ankles.
eyes. No.
Yeah, I thought you
He still had the 3 eyes, man, but just like,
no neck Kirk Angle.
no that Kurt Angle, man,
Yeah.
just the brute, because like he still had the technical ability to out wrestle anyone on his best day, anyway, and
Put in a
like
few more pounds.
yeah, and he had that mean streak coming in as well. So that mean streak made me want to pick him, because like if I was gonna go for like a sick, crazy bastard, well, I probably would have went for like Terry Funk or something like that, innit?
A
But
proper hardcore legend. Yeah.
But yeah, Kurt Angle just for like the wrestling factor, and he had that mean streak in him, so I had to go for Kurt Angle. Plus, the gold medals and all that.
Wholesome type
No.
of way.
He's also held every single title in WWE.
Respect.
Yeah, so European, Intercontinental,
Grand Slam.
Tag Team, Grand Slam.
One of only like 7 men, I think.
King of the Ring. I think the one thing he's not won is a Royal Rumble. Factor, right? So
But if you're always in the main event and winning
Yeah,
titles, it's
exactly.
rare that you're going to get a lot of
Yeah.
opportunities in a
So-
Rumble. So
True.
so yeah, that's my second pick, Kurt Angle. Now for sheer brutality and brute force, right? Might have to go for Brock Lesnar.
the beast.
Yeah, the beast,
incarnate.
And
The man that broke the
like
streak.
I said, man, the man that broke the streak. So there's that factor alone. UFC, former UFC champion, so he can take a beating. He's back in his college days, he was a
NCAA
NCAA champion. So he's got the wrestling in him as well. But like I said, with this brute force, power,
unique force of nature,
and the Heyman factor. I'm gonna throw in there as well.
You got a manager.
Man's got the Heyman factor. So
man like Paul.
Any man with the Heyman factor, you know, he got a good chance of winning. So you have a good shot there.
Okay.
Now, for sentimental reasons, I had to go for Eddie Guerrero. Rest in peace, man. Would have been his birthday last week, I think. Would have turned 50, so happy birthday, Eddie G.
Yeah, that time of recording anyway.
Yeah.
Latino Heat.
He's a straight up legend. He's had wrestled pretty much all over the world, in New Japan, ECW, WCW, WWE.
Luchadors.
When I first seen him, he was in WCW, and it was like a luchador match, Psychosis, fucking
Guerrero,
all of them masked motherfuckers.
The NWO, the Mexican NWO, and that, innit?
Conan.
That's how I'm thinking.
It was going
wrestlers with flair.
Yeah. It was going on. Like WCW had a sick moment. I can't say it was a big moment, but it was a sick moment they had popping for a hot second with the luchadors and all that.
Nah, they were definitely holding their own in the Monday Night Raws and that, but was balancing around.
Definitely.
But he did well in WWE.
Yeah.
Because you'd have looked at him as maybe a perpetual mid-carder, IC title.
It was for a long time, innit?
He burst through that wall through personality, reinvented himself, obviously Latino Heat.
He even brought his nephew in Chavo.
Feuds with Chavo, feuds with Ray.
That was a big storyline.
Yeah.
He came as part of the Radicals in 2000 and that, and like the guys who crossed over from WCW.
Yeah, his little connection with China as well, and everything that got him over with the crowd, made him become a proper face.
Lying, cheating, and stealing.
Yeah, it's kind of similar. I'm saying to like maybe the Daniel Bryan push for WrestleMania. Like he was so well over with the crowd that he probably got written into going on a title run because it had to happen.
Yeah, and it was written like apparently it was written that he was meant to win the world title, not the WWE title, just the world title off I think it was he was a champion. No, it was I think it might have been Undertaker. I think it was at the time. But
can't do that at WrestleMania though.
No, it wasn't at WrestleMania. I think it was at SmackDown pay-per-view, but unfortunately he passed away. And then I think it was like Mr. Kennedy guy.
Kennedy.
Took over.
I kind of like Mr. Kennedy though. Yeah.
He was good, man.
I did, yeah.
He's the guy who had his last match with him as well, isn't it, Kennedy? So, so there's always that honour, I guess.
Eddie's daughter's married to Aiden English, who's in WWE currently still. Yeah.
Okay.
He's the guy who's got little that. Yeah, did have the Forge tag teams.
Oh, one of the guys with the Tash.
The guy next to the other one. The guy with the Tash, Simon Gouch, he got sacked.
Oh,
so Aiden English is now a singles guy, and he comes out as like his gimmicks. He can sing, so he comes out and sings. But recent weeks he's been getting over. He's pretty good, and obviously he's dating Eddie's daughter. So respect to him, man. See what he's got. Give him a little push. Mid card him.
Okay, and a final selection.
Final one.
My captain of the team is Triple H, the Game, the King of Kings, the Cerebral Assassin. Another
Hunter-Hearst
Helmsley. Little bowing into the blue blood.
It's a shame you don't got a bottle of water. It's go sick.
As well, man, but you know, it's not my household. You know,
indoors.
Yeah, serious.
Yeah.
But yeah, another Grand Slam winner, a guaranteed Hall of Famer. He's got a spot reserved, I'm saying.
Legend. One of my all-time faves, Trip.
Yeah, man. The man behind NXT. He's the one who, that's his creation, and fair play to him because like it's going well. The DX connection.
Remember that in school?
Remember all of that. Yeah, that's influenced so many people now as well because obviously he's ties with NWO.
Yeah,
and now a lot of people, including Bullet Club, do the Too Sweet. DX, and you see a lot of people like the Young Bucks that do the suck it along with Nakamura on his entrance, although it's a bit more frantic. But no,
just that one of those
innovators,
guys,
especially during the Attitude Era on TV.
That
him and Shawn.
First it was him and Shawn, and when he went in that singles push, it was that feud.
Sorry, just bring back so much.
It was that feud
middle school, man.
Between him and The Rock.
Generation X.
Time to suck it and walk off.
Break it down.
Are you ready?
The game.
My bad, I'm sorry. I know I'm stupid.
Yeah. High school flashbacks. Sorry. Yeah.
Man.
It's crazy.
There's one of him in there. But yeah, like his feud between him and The Rock, that's what made me like probably pay attention.
But that carried on from the Nation DX and all that part, and it was really the main single guys from the
they were the main two guys, so it needed that rivalry to like push them up in it to like the main event level.
Yeah. Plus, they kind of pushed each other because they were mid-carders, they were Intercontinental Championship workhorses, and then they were the main guys in the company, they were the faces.
And they went for a while as well. And like that Iron Man match.
Remember, they both started like around 96, 97.
Yeah.
He came in, like you had Hunter Hearst Helmsley and Rocky
Maivia.
Yeah.
And then so fair play, man, both innovated, but Triple H obviously so edgy with what he did with Shawn with DX, and then bringing on a new age and bringing in China. Like, who thought you're going to bring in a female partner to the team?
And
look
how well she did.
Of your
remember
team.
She used to do it.
Look how well she did.
The low blow.
The low blow did not
the China low blow.
Wow.
Yeah. Very different from what you'd see now if you were to Google China low blow in Google.
Yeah.
Shots.
But we digress, and also for those who don't know, she passed away. So
Joni,
rest in peace, China.
Yeah. Legend. Should be inducted into the Hall of Fame, but
because of that. She did too in Stone Cold's podcast. He actually mentioned that because of certain things, that's why she can't go in the Hall of Fame. But that's my team: RVD, Kurt Angle, Lesnar, Eddie Guerrero, and Triple H. He's all fucked. So I don't care what you say now. Okay, who you pick?
Alright.
Okay, who you pick?
A strong team. Joel's gone for power and wrestling ability. You've gone for like hardcore and wrestling ability with a lot of extreme hardcore ECW legends. Yes. Myself, I didn't really go tactical for this one. I was just thinking of probably my favourite wrestlers throughout my my career in watching WWF to WWE. Obviously, you guys took one or two that I would have had. You took Brett, and if I could have chose Brett, I would have easily tagged him up with Owen.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
legend, classic in the ring. Another one.
RIP. Hall of Fame, man. Come on, Vince. Triple H, Vince, whoever's in charge, man. Owen Hart, Hall of Fame. Hashtag that right now, yo.
Definitely.
Owen Hart, Hall of Fame. I'm Bulldog as well,
Brett's already been in it, and you've still got an actual Hart wrestling now in Natalia, so it needs to happen. She could easily introduce her, and Brett could introduce Bulldog and Owen.
Yeah. Come on, Vince.
Yeah.
Hunter.
Take your finger out.
I also did want Triple H, because Triple H was one of my favourites during the era, because D-Generation X was probably my favourite stable of all time. And Triple H was probably my main guy in that group. I was more of an X-Pac fan, but Trick, once he went solo, like when you chose him as the game, the cerebral assassin, was amazing.
He had that one night in China that time, innit?
X-Pac. Yeah, he did star in that as well.
That's why I didn't pick him. He had that one night.
But if I did have Triple H, I wanted him to have him with Shawn Michaels, so I could have DX both, and if I couldn't have both, then I didn't really want to pick Triple H. Yeah. So my first pick was my favourite wrestler growing up, getting into the wrestling, and that was the Ultimate Warrior. What a legend. Once again, RIP. Passed away shortly after he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in the last couple of years. But for me, the energy, the enthusiasm, the raw brute strength, as a child, seeing them biceps on him was like amazing. Oh. Obviously he was charismatic, and as a child he had his face paint and all that, so obviously I drew to his attention. I've always been one to maybe not veer to the main A guy and go for B, so I was never a Hulk guy.
Did that match with him and
why not, brother?
Title for title.
That was probably my first memory of a WrestleMania. Yeah. I had a double VHS. I think I've still got it at home somewhere as well. Seen that many a time, and obviously Warrior was victorious. IC title and WWE title holder at the same time. One of my all-time faves. Technically not the best wrestler. I'll hold my hands up. He wasn't, but. He was my favourite growing up, so I had to pick him in my team.
He sold tickets.
He put bums on seats. So Ultimate Warrior, pick number 1. Number 2, probably my all-time favourite wrestler, Shawn Michaels. H-E-K, the showstopper, Mr. WrestleMania, the man who lost his smile. Obviously, big fan of the Rockers, Mighty Genettis. I was a big tag team guy growing up. I loved the teamwork and the manoeuvres. Then you had their feud where he's switching through the barbershop window.
Old school.
classic feud on TV. I'm like, wow, I've never
Came out
seen
with
something
Pam
like
Anderson
this.
as well.
Came out of Pam Anderson.
And
He obviously had
Diesel.
Sherry at one
Diesel,
time as well
yeah.
as he sing. Introduced Diesel, introduced Ahmed Johnson. One of my all-time memories of a wrestler at the Royal Rumble when he won holding on and
The rope, the 1 foot touch the rope.
the 1 foot touch little eliminated Bulldog,
The Iron
who
Man match
I was
with-
a big fan of at the time.
Iron Man
And
match with Bret Hart at WrestleMania, the first Iron Man
the
match.
first Iron Man
In
match,
the
an
draw
hours
as well.
match.
That's
Classic.
what put Bret Hart in the list for me. Alright.
Yeah. Shawn probably rose a level to
Yeah,
me once because
yeah.
I liked him as a tag team partner. He went solo. He had a feud. He was a heel. Then obviously him against Bret put him on the map as like the man for me. And then
can't
obviously
fuck him.
he went with Triple H, DX,
Yeah, DX.
legendary. But for you to be the main guy in IC and then world title, be wrestling all that time year in year out, have that injury, go out for years, come back like you've not missed a beat, and then win the title.
Exactly. He's done that like
It's
on more than one occasion as well.
A
So
natural wrestler,
And
natural
guys,
entertainer.
And if you didn't know, that's him singing his lyrics.
yeah, man.
I'm just
on
a
his-
sexy
Man can
boy.
sing as well, man. So
He
Don't
originated
sleep
it
on
as a
him,
John
man.
Cena, or unless you're doing your
Yeah.
own raps or your intros. Shawn
all
was
that.
the man mate first.
Yeah.
You can't see him.
Yeah, fuck all
Yeah.
that.
Plus, for me
Hey,
as
Cena.
well,
You know,
I know he's had a lot of great matches. His Iron Man match with Thing, with Bret Hart at
yeah,
WrestleMania.
he's big.
But his 2 matches with Undertaker at WrestleMania were, in my opinion, 2 of the best Undertaker WrestleMania
Ever.
matches out of
Ever.
his 20 odd. They were
Ever.
amazing.
Yeah.
The Triple H ones were good as well.
Yeah.
But I think the build up where he came out as the man in white and
oh,
to
the
everything.
angelic one.
The angelic Shawn Michaels.
Remember WWF In Your House for PlayStation?
Shawn, oh,
That game was
he
crazy.
was classic. And if you
That
look
game
at
was
obviously Shawn Michaels now, you look at people like Young Bucks, the Usos, Dolph Ziggler, everyone's using his Sweet Chin
Yeah.
or super kicks as they're now calling it.
It's
That was-
Sweet Chin music, man. Don't
Back in the day, you could easily catch a Sweet Chin music just from anybody.
Yeah, out of
You have to-
nowhere.
you have to worry
Sweet
about
Chin out of
who you
nowhere,
get
not an
Sweet Chin
RKO.
by.
So yeah, but they say imitation's the greatest form of flattery. So
Yeah.
I remember my little brother, Sweet Chin music, the vice principal of his school, I got kicked
What?
out. Yeah.
Okay.
we didn't go that far,
Shout
but we
out
used
to
to
Mozzie.
stun an awful lot of people in high school.
Stunners, man. Stunners got banned in
Stunners
our
got
high
banned
school.
in high
They
school.
got banned, bro.
Yeah.
Wow. Hold that.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's gone. The boss like.
Give
Still
it a
going
finger
on.
in it,
Yeah.
doing a little socket.
So
So
you team watched that. I remember you team one time in high school where you fucking like you stunned someone, so I went up like that. You know, it's like
yeah, attitude, though, innit? You got to do it with
That was the one.
attitude.
That was
Yeah.
the one.
Definitely.
Third one is, I know Digger went for a bit of a hardcore ECW vibe. You've gone for brute strength, but to get a bit of
And
a
technicality with a sprinkle of that, with that martial arts. You know,
sprinkle,
like,
you know, Salt Bay.
yeah, man. It's hobby.
Yeah. Oh, you've got me so much fixings.
So much fucking
so much
fixings.
fucking fixings. So I've gone for CM Punk, obviously best in the world. One of the greatest entrance themes ever as well. Cult of Personality. Absolutely loved that. It was also my ringtone for a long time.
Slap in the
Bass. But he started obviously FCW, but ECW champion. So that's the hardcore element. He's not afraid to mix it up. But as he said, best in the world. And for everyone that does
also-
remember his mic game with the pipe bomb, amazing. A lot of people are trying to copy that now and trying to improve their mic skills and do
It's been done.
shoots
Yeah.
in scenes. But CM Punk was one of the originators,
Yeah, he
and that
buried
pipe
Triple
bomb.
H on a couple of occasions, man. He
Very
buried Triple H, man.
There's a good few YouTube clips as well where there's like a 7-minute clip of all the best CM Punk puts down just against Paul Levesque.
He
alone.
started calling him Paul Levesque.
Paul, yeah.
Fucking hell, man.
This isn't Phil Brooks. This isn't CM Punk talking to Triple H. This is Phil Brooks talking to Paul Levesque.
I was like, yo, that's fucking Triple H talking to you, my man. Just
Yeah.
in his face, bro.
But it was so good
Bars.
that he got over no matter what, similar to like the Daniel Bryan push I was saying as well. Because like, there's no way Triple H or Vince wanted to give him a title run. They obviously wanted to put the belt on John or Rock, and it was totally
Fuck
impossible
John
how they
Cena.
inserted Rock into like the feud he was having with Cena, and then made him
Fuck
lose
John
the belt
Cena.
just to give Rock the title for one WrestleMania, then let him go back to film movies. That's not what you do to proper fucking wrestlers.
Yeah, once you start
Fuck
making
John
movies,
Cena.
that's when you should just be
Yeah.
thinking like, you know
If
what?
you're a
let me just fall
part-timer,
back.
Fuck off, and you got to
Just
come back
fall
part
back.
time. That's fine, but not in the main event and not for a title away from a workhorse who like 300 days of the year house shows is performing 9 out of 10 matches.
A year off in your trailer.
Tell him.
Fucking.
I was a huge CM Punk advocate at the time. Even when he had his little cult with the straight edge.
Gallows and
straight edge. Luke Gallows is also now actually back in WWE now as well with Gallows and Anderson for the Bullet Club. But CM Punk, amazing, awesome, great wrestler. He was probably my favourite wrestler during the time when I jumped back into wrestling, like 2000, late 2000s, early 2010s, when he was going through his peak. So CM Punk was easily on my list. My fourth pick is not someone I'm too familiar with, but in the last 12 months I've been obviously getting into him a lot more by looking into a bit more wrestling and watching Wrestle Talk TV, and that is Kenny Omega, star of New Japan Wrestling at the moment. In the past 3 pay-per-view matches he's had, he's been scored by Dave Meltzer on average of 5.5 out of 5. He was the first wrestler to have a match with Okada.
5.5 out of 5.
First wrestler against Okada to have a 6-star match. Broke Dave Meltzer's own personal rating of 5-star and got a 6-star match. I did actually download and watch that on YouTube. It's like a 45-minute classic. There's one point where he takes like a reverse spinebuster suplex and I feared for his neck.
I remember seeing that.
But there's so many good. It's Japan, so there is strong style, but it's an amazing match. Someone please go on YouTube and check that out. There's 3 of them. They're all classics. Kenny Omega is the man that I'm more familiar with, so he's on the list, but I've definitely got to shout out Okada. Takes 2 to tango, and he's an amazing wrestler. Great match. So Kenny, I think he originated as maybe someone called the Cleaner. Now in Japan that's like a hitman or an assassin.
Definitely.
But he twisted it and came out with like a mop and broom and a bucket and took it totally left turn. So I appreciate his unique style. I'm sure he's actually had a match with a mop in the past and it got over with the fans. So he's amazing. I think there was a story last year that WWE wanted to sign him. Very excited for it. I think John Cena even teased it on Instagram by putting a picture on there, but I'd rather let him stay because if he comes to WWE, he's going to get watered down. He's going to be given a gimmick. Stay where you're at. Continue to
rise.
Be amazing. For me, he's probably the best wrestler in the world at the moment.
You don't need to be an amazing wrestler in WWE.
You know, to be rated and ranked amongst proper wrestling fans because we know. Fans know and will recognise.
People don't know that shit now. Anyway, with WWE, it's not real wrestling no more. It's just soap opera.
A lot of the best wrestlers as well in WWE now have all originated from Ring of Honor, New Japan or NXT. So they're not something WWE have created really. Like you look at Kevin Steen and who's now Kevin Owens, and you had Sami Zayn who was El Generico, and you had AJ Styles who's now there, Shinsuke Nakamura. Like the main roster of WWE now are like the stars of Ring of Honor and New Japan from back in the day. Samoa Joe as well. Like there's proper wrestlers on the card at the moment now. It is pretty fun to be watching at the moment. The only thing is the storylines are pretty lackluster. But 5th pick, I had to get a Brit in there. It was pretty tough. I would have loved to have gone for Bulldog. Classic, obviously Mancunian as well. Hall of Fame,
Vince.
Hashtag. But if I would have had Bulldog, I would have wanted to probably just go for the foundation, gone for Brett, Owen and Jim. And if I couldn't have all of them, then I didn't really want to take him. So I'm going to go for someone I've been onto pretty recently, a new school, the guy that won the UK Championship belt recently, and that's Tyler Bate. Very impressive. I'm not a massive fan of Brummies, but I give it to him. I think he's 21. He's got strength, character. He can perform in the ring. He does the proper UK style of wrestling, like brute wrestling. His matches with Pete Dunne, for me, a 5-star. I'm not going to go 6-star, but the 2 ones they had for the title match, proper break you down, make you submit. I'm going to make you work on an actual piece of bandage.
UK title match.
Him and Pete Dunne, go and look at that. I think this year, him and Pete Dunne and the Okada are mega matches. And I'm probably, you can take your pick from any Usos match against New Day as well. For this year, probably my matches of the year, absolutely amazing. So Tyler Bate for me, with his moustache twirl. UK, homegrown, you're my 5th pick. I've got a nice variety there, and I'd fancy my chances against these guys.
You ain't beating my team.
Alright. I don't know if
you're not beating my team.
You guys remember what I was talking about. Alright, check this out. Since we got 5, how about we give them 3 honorable mentions each?
3 each?
Yeah.
Okay.
Start off JD.
Alright, well
I think I've mentioned 2, so I'll just jump in with 2 of mine if you don't mind.
Yeah, you got it.
Obviously, Owen Hart.
Yeah.
I did definitely want in my team. Honourable mention, RIP, and Brett, British Bulldog.
Yeah.
Honourable mentions, hashtag Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
The only other one I was kind of tossing up to maybe throw in here is maybe a modern day wrestler that I want to give a shout out to, who I maybe mentioned recently, and that's AJ Styles. I never used to watch TNA back in the day in Impact Wrestling, but some of the stuff he does, I just wish he would have been around earlier, or I'd got into TNA earlier and watched all the matches he had with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens and all of them. One additional shout out, if we could have formed a group, would have been The Shield. Amazing. And I only struggled with not putting them in because maybe Reigns, but as a faction, I was happy with that. It's just that I was struggling to come up with a tag team to join them, so as a 5. There were so many good ones that I didn't know which to pick, so I just in the end went for 5 individuals. But that was my 3 to 4 honourable mentions.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, putting a tag team in my one as well, but I was still on the fence about it. But the first honourable mention has to be the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Woo! So that chop, pow, chop. Want to do the fucking like that? Woo woo! Fucking the strut and all that shit. Man.
Yeah, the styling, profiling. Yeah.
Well, was my guy doing that as well? Not flipping. What's his name? Jeff Jarrett.
Jeff Jarrett, yeah.
All that stuff.
Who shouldn't be doing it? Although Charlotte Flair does that nowadays, and she can do. She's swaggy in the ring. She's got talent.
Hey, when it comes to motherfuckers with the best bowl, it had to be Jesse Road Dogg.
The knees.
Yeah, that was the best.
And the jab.
Yeah,
and the jab. No.
But Ric Flair definitely just for like shit entertainment wise and like
Legend,
some of the matches he had, legends, 4 Horsemen and Anderson.
Double Hall of Fame ring wearer.
The only one as well to have that as well.
Yeah.
2 Hall of Fame inductions. 2.
Probably not for long though, because I think Shawn and Tripp maybe for DX could.
Yeah.
I think.
Triple H is like a single and the faction as well.
That's a faction, yeah.
Yes, that's possible. Hashtag that as well. Now,
any others?
I'm thinking about putting a tag team in there, but if I do, I'm going to fence about either putting the Hardy Boys in there or Legion of Doom.
Well, we've only honourable mentions, so you can mention both, and that's fine.
Both
both great. I mean, 90s, early 90s, Legion of Doom, just for the aesthetics alone.
Yeah.
And
I wanted one of those things so bad, the shoulder pads. I wanted them so bad as a kid.
Yeah, and that face paint, Animal and Hawk, great. Really, really good. Hardy's obviously when he came in.
The TLC matches that
under Michael Hayes, like the Freebirds and that. Then the TLC originators with Reg and Christian and the Dudleys.
I remember the Hardy Boys' first fight was on a Sunday night just before the pay-per-view.
Yeah,
no way
the
out.
check long flared pants. Michael Hayes came out with the Freebirds.
That was
Sunday Night Heat or something.
Yeah, it was horrible. Yeah, Sunday Night Heat.
It was like a late night
channel
back in the day for us.
I remember. And like just after that, it was a pay-per-view.
I just stay up late for that shit, yo.
Yeah, man, that was crazy.
You got your honourable mentions?
My honourable mentions, old school legend Bob Backlund. He used to put a motherfucking chicken wing.
Like a 60 red trunks himself.
Just there.
Make Darren Young great again. As they reintroduced him recently and failed. But legend, Bob.
Definitely one of the greats.
Shout out.
Was not the first WWF champion at the time, or WWF champion when it was called that.
He was the
first one.
Yeah, that little weird ass little belt they had back then. My second, I think I mentioned it before, Tommy Dreamer.
ECW legend.
Clean.
Yeah. You know, he used to bust motherfuckers' heads open with that Kendall.
Dreamer Driver as well.
Yeah, he was great, man. He was great. That was
back in the day.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Lovely. Third. I think second.
So we throw one in there, just thought of him now. Back in the day, ITV, we used to get WCW wrestling.
Yeah.
We used to have, was it the Blonde Stunners?
Austin, Steve Austin and Brian Pillman.
Brian Pillman.
Right.
What an entertainer. Like, he wasn't, I didn't really like him, but I appreciated everything he did. Him and Steve, the beefs. Then when he came to WWF as the crazy Brian Pillman with the gun storyline and everything. Like, well done to you. You sold everything as a great heel. Like, memorable.
I got it. My third, the Steiner brothers. Rick and Scott Steiner. From WWF back in the day to WCW where he went all stead up and had the little ball.
Massive, like,
Not a fan of when he went like that. The WCW when he wore the wrestling attire with the
head guard and all that. Yeah, that was dope.
I had them old school solid WCW action figures.
Yeah.
Because like you had WWF ones used to have the movable arms or like the clothesline. The WCW was just solid. And I had both the Steiners.
I didn't have this.
They were probably my favourite tag team to play with.
I had
all the WWF
George
ones I had.
Animal Steel. Big
George
fucking
Steele.
The hair,
hairy chest, green bluish tongue, and he was just like, and his arms didn't move, and he was just big as fuck. And that was sick.
That's a shout. That's a shout.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think that's all our honourable mentions, all classics. I think we're all happy with our 5-man teams. We all individually think our teams are the best.
But
so
come on now, honestly, my team. Go ahead.
Team JD. Hashtag Team JD on this one.
No.
Right.
Hashtag
Team JD.
How can a team with CM Punk and Shawn Michaels lose?
Because he got Brock Lesnar and Triple H. Come on now.
Yeah. Anyway, if you want to argue, banter, submit your own team, the 5-man team that's better than this, or you want to just see or vote for which one of us has got best bragging rights, so whose team's the best, Team JD, Team DEEE, or Team DIGA, please post your comments down below. For now, thank you for watching. Hit up Joel's YouTube channel, JD Virtue on YouTube, and we'll be back with some more team challenges and videos soon. Deuce.
Peace.